Yes, so welcome everybody. My name is Omomi, popularly known as Owomi, and welcome to today's episode of Tales of Reality. Please, if today is your first time watching any of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, don't forget to like, and don't forget to... So welcome to Tales of Reality. Sometimes last week, something happened to me and I thought I should share with you guys. I was supposed to see somebody, like person was supposed to come see me in my house, and I had to also run an errand for my mom at the same time. I mean, I already booked this appointment to see this person at this time, but I didn't tell the person that I was going to go out, like running an errand for my mom later, because I didn't know myself. So I went to the market. My mom sent me to the market, quite alright, to get some things for her. So I went to the market. I didn't tell this person that I'd already left my house. So by the time it got to my house, it didn't meet me at all, and then it was vexed. So I didn't see this person, and I also made this person angry. Myself, I was angry because the person could not wait to see me, like I was traveling. So all of those things, like as little as it seems, I missed the opportunity of seeing that person because I couldn't come. If only I told him. And eventually when we resolved everything, he told me that he passed where I actually went to buy something. Imagine if I just told him that I was at this place, he would have just seen me and took me home. So he would have taken me home that very day. But then I missed opportunities because I failed to communicate. Today I want to talk about something very simple but yet very, very crucial in every relationship. It's very important in every home. It's very important in every family. It's very important in your workplace, in your organization, like something very, very key, and that is communication. I mean, you cannot overemphasize communication. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Relationship, you cannot overemphasize communication. You cannot overemphasize communication at your place of work. I mean, you're supposed to tell someone something, and then you didn't tell the person that thing, and you can imagine what it will cost. In a home, in a relationship, you cannot overemphasize communication. In your love life, you cannot overemphasize communication. Even in your sex life, you cannot overemphasize communication. You think you know the other partner. You think, when I do it like this, when I do it like that, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. Please, am I speaking your mind? She doesn't know. She wants you to ask. Or he wants you to ask. You think you're doing it right, but no. He wants you to ask. She wants you to ask. Communication. What is communication? Communication simply means passing a message across from one person to another. It simply means transmitting a message, whether verbal, non-verbal, transmitting a message from one person to another. That's communication. It's that simple in a layman's understanding. You don't have to bring all of the old grammar. It simply means passing a message, like transmitting an information from one person to the other. So you will now imagine in a house where the husband and wife are fighting, ordinarily because the wife did something that the husband does not like, or the husband did something that the wife did not like, and then they cannot just come and say, my dear, come, okay, that thing you did last week, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and that's why it went wrong with the wrong way with me. But then no, they will not communicate. You know, let me explain how these things happen and how it scatters a lot of things that we don't know. You offended somebody, or somebody offended you. You kept it in. You did not communicate. You're saying, if I talk too much, you'll say my own is becoming too much. Make I not become person where they talk too much. My own talk is becoming too much. Why am I always talking? Am I the only one? It's beginning to look like I'm too lousy. Okay, you did not communicate. You kept it in. He did the first one, you kept it in. He did the second one, you kept it in. This man is thinking that you are used to it. He's thinking that there is nothing that like is not affecting you. He's getting used to all of those things. He did the next one, you also took it in. And then when he gets here, one day he just come, he start parrying. They say the woman has become rich. They say the man has become a witch. You know why? Because he starts shouting. And you're not wondering, but I just did something little now. No. Why did you vex? Why are you hungry? And you don't want to know, because by the time the guy or the lady in question start to say everything in her head, you come on, so you've been keeping it in. So all of this has been happening, and you did not voice out, and you did not say a word. Like I thought you were cool with it. You see, that's how all of these things scatters relationship. Like I'm bringing relationship part 2. I don't want to take much of our time, so I'll be going straight to the point. That's why it scatters. You don't want to become the lousy person. And if I talk now, you will start to say I'm talking too much. She will start to say I'm talking too much. You will start to say I'm complaining. You will start to say I'm nagging. By the time you voice out, it will make you look like the bad person. You will now start looking like the witch or the wizard. That is how communication is very important. It is so important that if you leave communication, like if you refuse to communicate about a thing for a very long time, by the time it will spill out, you will be wondering what kind of monster it will bring out to you. You'll be wondering what kind of entity it will bring out to you. You'll be wondering, please, is this for me? Is this me? And there are some little opportunities. There's some little things that are not supposed to pass us by. But because we refuse to communicate, we refuse to open our mouth and say this thing, how will somebody know? They are not witches, neither are they wizards. So they cannot know your mind. Oh, you are saying, oh, that brother is up, that uncle is supposed to know now that since I'm feeling school, they're supposed to give me job now. Is he not supposed to know? Have you for once asked your uncle that, please, bros, I beg, I don't, it be like say, I studied this in a statistics, I studied you. Please, I need a job in so please. But you did not ask. At least the Bible even made it clear, point and clear. He said we should ask, it shall be given unto us. Even when it comes to God, our Father in heaven, the Bible is saying we should ask. How much more human being that you will not ask, that you will not open this your mouth? Hey, if I talk, it will be like, hey, my own is becoming too much. Maybe I am the one that did Kinikon. He's the one that is supposed to. Why can't you say your mind? Why can't you say, oh, babe, what you did, I'm not cool with it? And then the next time you're supposed to do it, he knows that, oh, my girlfriend does not like this thing. My boyfriend does not like this thing. No, she will vex for me. But no, you will not talk, oh. You let him do the first one. He will do the second one. He will do the third one. By the time he now does like the fourth or fifth one, then you now start parrying. They will now say, but Wumi, just did something small. Why are you flaring up? Why are you shouting? Why are you yelling? But nobody will understand your anger and the pain where it's coming from. Only you know. And please, what's the point when it's only you that knows? Has he not labeled you the bad person already? Now, all the communicate, you refuse to communicate years back. Please pardon me. You refuse to talk, then you now start talking it. Husband and wife, you will not talk to your wife. You'll be doing everything alone, as if you are the Mr. Know-all. Well done, sir. Checking that you know everything. Well done, sir. You refuse to talk. You are doing like macho man. You know everything. You are Mr. This, Mr. That. Well done, sir. Have you not heard of the saying that what a woman can see? I don't think, like in a situation where there are a lot of things, if the man is clouded by the whole paparazzi, the woman can sit down and tell you that this is not from a woman's instinct. Have you not heard that women's instincts never lie? She can easily know that this is Pete, but you will see it as glamorous. So you are doing Mr. Noah. Well done, sir. Only God knows where your ego will lead you to. One day you will have to bring it down. Do you understand? And when it comes to even our businesses, our day-to-day life, when your attendant or someone at your store does something to you, tell them politely. And I think one of the major issues with us is that we don't know how to communicate, we don't know how to express it, we don't know how to say it. Some of us want to communicate, but we yell. Yelling is not communication. You want to communicate, but you start nagging, it is not communicating. It is not. There are two different things. It is not at all. You say it. Like, don't keep it in. Don't keep it in. By the time you keep too many things inside this body, by the time it comes out, you won't like it yourself. You won't like the kind of person you have become. You won't like the kind of attitude. I mean, I've seen homes that lack of communication break. I've seen relationships that lack of communication has broken. I've seen normal friendship that just because they didn't communicate, somebody said this thing, that you said this thing about me, and because she couldn't wait to clarify, or he couldn't wait to clarify, they scattered the whole thing. Friendship over how many years? All because you could not communicate, all because you cannot say your mind. I mean, especially for the ladies, I think we need to start speaking up our mind. We need to start saying when things hurt us, when somebody does something to you and it hurts, say it. Don't hide it. I mean, one of the things with me is that I think one of my friends, they know me. If you do something to me and I'm not cool with it, as skinny as I am, as small as I am, I will spill it out. I don't have, that's why I don't keep things. I don't know why I'm slim anyways. I think it's nature, because I don't have the body to keep all of these things in. Sometimes I laugh at myself like, me that I'm still small like this, make I call they keep problem for my heart. I beg, how many I go remain? How many I go remain? Do you understand? So when somebody vexes me, when somebody does something that annoys me, I scatter it at that minute. Yes, I used to scatter it. I scatter it. Let's scatter it and rearrange. Yes, I will spill it out and I will explain to you that, oh, this thing is annoying. Let's settle it. And if you're not willing to settle, say go, babe. But I know it cannot say go, babe, because I know tomorrow, the next one is me that will first call you and say, how are you now? What's up? And if you reach that, I say, what happened? Took up yesterday. Has he not gone? I'm that crazy. Yes, I know. Yes, but it has helped me a lot in healing, because I don't have the heart to hold grudges in. I don't have the heart to hold pain in. And some of you now open your book, you now be keeping something of like 2 years, say, and that thing happened in 2018, August 20 something. I know it's 23. The day that you met that girl in that front of that place, you think I did not see you? And probably maybe somebody that he works with, you did not ask, you now kept it in. You have not been able to hide since like that 2018 to 2020. Sister, brother, haba. Even when it comes to our spiritual life, when it comes to the place of God, God wants us to communicate. God wants us to see things as they are. God wants you to let it out as it is. I mean, when I go to God in prayer, I don't fake it. I mean, only 2 people know myself like I do, myself and God. So when I'm going before God, I don't go to God for me like a saint. I don't go to God for me like I have it all figured out. I don't go to God like I have it planned out. I go to God as it is. I pour my mind out as a daughter in need of help. So if God can want us to communicate that well, how much more man be? How much more that your relationship? I mean, you think that this one is not about going to eatery, it's not about going to restaurants. Oh, what do you think about this thing? What's your opinion about this thing? What's your opinion about this thing? You get to know that person's opinion. You get to see your common grounds. You get to see the things that you disagree on. So when it happens, you're not shocked, because you know that this is this person. And you don't take it for them. You don't use it against them, because you are aware that this is this person's nature, this is this person's mind, this is this person's way of life. But no, you won't do that. You will allow it pile up. So sister, brother, each thing about today's show is just that you should communicate. Go back to that relationship. Go back to that friendship that you refuse to settle. That fight, that quarrel. Go back there and settle it. Go back there and ask questions. Go back there and ask, oh, what did I do that pissed you off? Go back there and ask about your love life too. Communicate. Don't just assume that he knows. Don't just assume that, oh, he feels that when he buys me gifts and it doesn't really get to me. Then if it doesn't get to you, say what gets to you. Say what gets to you. Save the innocent man the time or the precious time to be doing trial and error. Pico now. Just go straight to the point. Oh, when it comes to this, I love things being done this way. I like it like this. I like it. Say it. Ladies, you need to be more outspoken. It is not crime. It is not crime. It is not crime. It is not crime. Because when you get married, it will become worse. You are now like, so for those of us that are not married now and we are not communicating, when you get married, you understand that it is harder to communicate when you're in marriage than now. Like, it's still easy now to communicate, but when you get married, it becomes harder. So you need to start building that connection now. You need to start building that bond now. You need to start building that friendship now. And it is from communication you build friendship, and common grounds. You build things that you build core values, and you build things that are unique to yourselves, to your friendship, to your marriage, to your relationship, everything. Learn to communicate. Learn to open this mouth. What is the mouth for if not for talking? And you brothers, when we are talking, when we are saying things that we know, don't shut us up. Don't shut us up. Don't tell us to keep our mouth shut. That what do we know? Don't. Let us speak our mind. And you adjust, you work on it. And if you feel that some things that we say, that we go out of bond with them, correct us with love. Tell us that, oh, I think, Wumi, you have gone out of bound here. Oh, I understand this part, but this part needs a bit of, tell us. Men usually don't communicate. Things are eating them up inside, but they will not talk. So they resort to drinking alcohol, taking drugs, and all of these things, which don't help eventually. One of the best therapy that has worked for me is anytime I'm going through a tough time, I find people that I can confide in, and I tell them. The moment I let it out, I mean, the burden drops to almost like, if it's on 100, you use like 40, 30. So I know that, okay, I'm just looking for a way out. I mean, I've spilled it out, so if something happens, but I'm just looking for a way out right now. Open your mouth. Like, even there's this saying in religion, like, a closed mouth. They say a closed mouth, it's a closed destiny. If you close your mouth, you're just saying you're just closing your destiny. So would you like your destiny to be closed? Say things as they are. For young people that are just going into relationship, learn to communicate from the start. Don't assume. Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions for us. Don't assume that this is what we like. Don't assume that this is what she likes. Ask. Talk about it. Take time out to sit down and talk. Not be every time you go, you get. Not be every time. Sometimes you need to sit down and talk. Because eventually, what will keep your house, what will keep your home, what will keep your relationship is not sex. Sex is just like some out of everything. It amplifies love. It can give you love for a while, but after a while, when everything dies down, you'll now be checking, does he have sense? Is the intellect there? Can he? Then you'll now be trying to guess, when you should have taken time to communicate and know if it's actually there. Love will do sex will do a lot. Love will do a lot, but at the same time, communication will keep your relationship. Communication will keep any relationship whatsoever. As long as you're open to talking, as long as you're open to information, as long as you're open to acceptance, and you're not too proud, you don't allow your ego sets in, you're willing to learn. I mean, anybody that is willing to learn, I can say boldly that I'm one of like the most, if not like the top set of people that are always willing to learn, even from a small person. I'm so open. I'm an open book to knowledge anytime, because I believe I can learn anywhere at all. I don't disregard anybody, because I believe anybody can come in useful at any time. You never can tell. So be open to learning, be open to communication, and when you're being communicated to, learn and use them. Use those information. Use it till you get spice that relationship up. Use it till you know when you're doing that thing. Use it in every area. I know I'm trying to get into your head, but yes, everything that you're thinking in that head, use it. Use those knowledge that you have learned about your partner to make her wow. I mean, use it to make her go gaga sometimes. Yes. So you need all of these things. You cannot overemphasize it. And so that will be it for today. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of Tales of Reality. Please, what did we learn today? We learned to communicate. We learned that we should always open our mouth and talk. Please don't forget. Please, if you have any question, don't forget to comment it. Drop it in the comment section. And don't forget, please, to like and also to share, because you know that this knowledge, everybody needs it. We all need to learn from each other. So don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, everybody. I remain my humble self, Omomi. You can call me Omi. Please stay tuned again next time. Till next time, bye guys.